Greetings, fellow Warriors fans. In today's video, I bring you a lot of updates, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Significant changes are on the horizon. A recent report from a Warriors insider suggests that adjustments to the starting lineup are being considered. One of the team's key players might be moved to the bench following a heavy loss to the Rockets, creating an opportunity for another athlete to return to the rotation. Today, we'll explore everything that's known so far of the potential implications as the series progresses. Additionally, an AI-based approach has proposed what it considers to be the ideal starting lineup. The results may surprise you, especially since many fans have been asking for such changes for months. Before we move forward, it's crucial that supporters stay up to date. We release daily videos covering everything related to the team. I appreciate everyone who is part of this community. This is the rumor going around. An insider made a prediction about a possible upcoming change. Before diving into the details, it's worth reflecting on what alterations should be made to ensure a win in the next game. The source is a respected figure who has followed the team for decades and has a strong track record of accurate forecasts. So, even though this is just a theory, there is a degree of credibility to it. It was indicated that if there's a rotation change, a particular player might return to the starting five. Although his shooting hasn't been at its best, he's seen as the Warriors' most complete option for that position. If the team wants to keep winning, his performance will be key. In the last game, he stood out, helping the team recover after a difficult start. Looking ahead to the next matchup, there will be a change in the starting lineup. While his shooting has been inconsistent, this player is considered the most balanced option for the team. If the goal is to maintain a winning streak, much will depend on how he performs. In the previous game, he made a strong impact, scoring a solid number of points, grabbing key rebounds, and shooting efficiently from three-point range and the free throw line. His contribution was vital in closing the scoring gap. However, inconsistency has been an issue throughout the series. In one game, his scoring was low, and in another, although he performed slightly better, the results remained limited, which led to reduced playing time. In a particular match, his role was brief, but due to the situation, he was reinserted to give the starters rest, and he responded with an impressive showing. Now, the team faces a dilemma. A player who arguably should not have been a regular starter was given the opportunity, but his performance didn't meet expectations. The coach is capable of making the necessary adjustments, but the real question is, which player truly brings more to the table? Statistical analysis shows subtle differences. One athlete currently has a higher true shooting percentage, while the other is slightly lower. Their points per game averages are similar, and both shoot about the same from three-point range. So, it's hard to draw firm conclusions from those numbers alone. During these playoffs, one player has a 57% field goal percentage, while the other sits at 51%. One averages roughly 11 points per game, the other about 9. Both are shooting threes at similar rates, around 33 to 34%. As such, it's difficult to reach a meaningful verdict based solely on this data. These figures might also be skewed due to the limited number of games analyzed. Looking at recent starting lineups, one player started the first two games, one win, one loss. Then, adjustments had to be made due to an injury to a key player, which disrupted the lineup. Both athletes in question have started at different times. The question now is, who can truly elevate the team's performance? There's a reason one of them remained a starter for an extended period. During the regular season, the team went 16-3 when he played alongside other core players. What explains this success? Part of it lies in his defensive ability. Throughout the series, he managed to contain a key opponent, limiting them to around 38% shooting across more than 47 individual matchups. This level of defensive impact isn't expected from the other player. Furthermore, with a 7-foot wingspan, he's capable of intercepting passes and disrupting opposing offenses. The team will need a versatile player like him to log extended minutes if they hope to win the next game and ultimately close out the series. Personally, I believe it makes more sense to stick with him, even if the stats don't fully support that decision. In the playoffs, capitalizing on momentum is key, even when the reasoning isn't completely logical. For instance, starting the other player may not have been the most logical decision. It worked in one game, but not in the next. Adjustments can always be made. What I find intriguing about this game, and the fans' reaction, is the sense of calm. If this were a regular season game, the response might have been more chaotic, but the atmosphere feels surprisingly relaxed. The game didn't go as expected for the other team. That's understandable. Adjustments can be made. Once again, what stands out is the fans' composure. In a regular season context, this kind of outcome would spark more panic. But the team's depth has been reassuring. It's clear the bench is stronger than previously believed, with multiple players ready to step up. One player in particular stood out during the closing minutes, highlighting the range of available options. The player mentioned earlier also fits well into this mix, adding flexibility to the rotation. The key difference between him and the other athlete lies in mental toughness. He responded positively to coaching and reflected that in his play. The other, however, tended to get caught in his own thoughts and struggled during the series, especially after being benched at the end of the previous season. I believe the mentally tougher player would handle a return to the starting lineup more effectively. He doesn't take offense easily and understands his role off the bench. He's the team's X factor, capable of providing an instant scoring burst. Regarding the other player, there was an update about his availability for Game 6. Many were curious about his absence in Game 5. It was reported that he had a severe headache but is now feeling better and will be available for the next matchup. If the team plans to make a deeper playoff run, even into the second round, he'll be someone they need to use in meaningful minutes. So, reintegrating him into the rotation is wise. Still, there's an unsettling feeling about the situation. A source mentioned he wasn't even on the bench recently. Then suddenly, he missed a game with a headache. These events raise questions. Some have labeled me a conspiracy theorist, and maybe I am, but I've been getting information from people close to the team. Living in San Francisco gives me a unique vantage point and access to insights that suggest there's more to this story. But I'll leave that aside for now. I'm confident the truth will come out in the months ahead, and I suspect his absence has more to do with mental health than game performance. That said, I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'll hold to my opinion, as it's based on what I've heard. Returning to the player in question, there has been much debate over lineup combinations and whether he fits alongside another key player. That got me thinking, it might be interesting to consult AI on what the best starting lineup would look like. While I can analyze the data myself, I was curious to see what AI would suggest for Game 6, with this player back in starting 5. He had started earlier in the series, but played only a few minutes and didn't make much of an impact. According to AI, the ideal lineup includes some key names. After reviewing the data, I have to admit the AI suggestion might not be entirely accurate, which serves as a reminder. Always verify what you get from these tools. I'm looking forward to hearing your strategies for Game 6 and what adjustments you think should be made. It's important to note that some information presented may be inaccurate, which underscores the need to verify data when it's shared. There's strong interest in what changes should be considered for the next game. What do you think is necessary? Share your thoughts in the comments, and we'll continue the conversation tomorrow, hopefully after a Warriors win. There's hope for a positive outcome, but I'll refrain from making predictions that might jinx the result. So for now, we'll pause this discussion and pick it back up soon. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In a candid and unexpected revelation, Klay Thompson has admitted that he regrets leaving the Golden State Warriors, the franchise where he became a household name and won 4 NBA championships. After spending over a decade with the team that drafted him in 2011, Thompson's departure was one of the most emotional moments in recent Warriors history. Now, months after the move, the veteran shooting guard is speaking out about the weight of his decision. Thompson, known for his stoic demeanor and elite shooting, opened up during an interview, expressing how much he misses the camaraderie, the culture, and the unique chemistry he had with Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. Looking back, it's hard not to think about what we built in Golden State, he said. Sometimes you don't realize what you have until you leave it behind. His departure came amid contract negotiations that reportedly stalled over length and role concerns. Thompson eventually chose a new path, but the transition hasn't been as smooth or fulfilling as he hoped. Despite adjusting to a new environment and teammates, Thompson's heart, it seems, remains in the Bay Area. It's not just about basketball, he continued. It's about the friendships, the fans, the city, that feeling of home. The Warriors have also felt the impact of his absence. While Curry continues to perform at an elite level, the team has struggled to find the same rhythm without their trusted sharpshooter spacing the floor and delivering in clutch moments. For many Warriors fans, Thompson's regret echoes their own sentiment, a lingering feeling that a legendary chapter ended too soon. Whether or not this confession could pave the way for a reunion in the future remains uncertain. But for now, Klay Thompson's words serve as a poignant reminder of how deep the bond between player and franchise can run, even after the jersey is changed. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.